The rainforest is alive, but it is never truly peaceful. Beneath the endless green canopy, where rain falls like silver threads and mist moves like a living breath, something ancient is always listening. High above the forest floor, a great horned owl sits motionless on a rain-soaked branch, not watching, not waiting, listening. Every drop of water, every distant call, every hidden movement beneath the leaves becomes part of a language only it understands. And tonight, that language feels different. Rain deepens through the forest. The sound is steady, comforting at first, but then it becomes heavier, almost uncertain. Far away, faint bird calls drift through the fog, breaking apart as they travel through layers of trees. The owl tilts its head slightly. Something is not right. Below the canopy, life continues its silent struggle. A fragile nest trembles as wind pushes through thin branches. A mother hornbill feeds her chicks, unaware that the forest around her is shifting in ways she cannot sense. And somewhere beneath the wet leaves, something begins to move. Slow, patient, unseen. A python begins its journey. The jungle reacts before it reveals. The soundscape thickens, then suddenly feels empty, as if the forest is holding its breath. The owl adjusts its grip on the branch. Its claws tighten against wet bark. Above the storm, a distant thunder rolls across the canopy like a warning no one fully understands. Then, a sound breaks through. A faint cry. A baby bird calling through rain. Weak, vulnerable, alive. And then, silence answers it. Not loudly, not violently, just silence. Deep in another part of the forest, a crow screams, a sudden burst of life against danger. It dives at a snake guarding its nest, driven only by instinct and rage. A battle unfolds in seconds, survival written in wings and coils. But here, in the owl's world, none of it is seen, only felt. The python moves closer, not rushing, not hesitating. It does not need to. The jungle does not warn its victims in time, only after. Wind shifts, rain grows heavier. The forest becomes harder to hear, as if it is hiding its own secrets beneath the storm. The owl remains still, eyes sharp now, fully aware that something is approaching the edge of balance. A branch creaks somewhere below, not loud enough for most, but enough. The owl turns its head sharply. Too many signals now, too many directions, too much silence between them. And then, something changes. Not in movement, but in presence. The forest feels wrong. A nest far below suddenly stops moving. No cries, no rustling, no life that can be heard. Just absence. And in nature, absence is louder than sound. The python retreats slightly, slipping back into deeper shadow as if the moment has already passed. But nothing has truly ended, only shifted. Rain begins to soften. The storm that once pressed against every leaf and branch slowly loosens its grip. Fog thins between the trees, and for the first time, light begins to return. Sunlight breaks through the clouds, soft, distant, almost uncertain. It touches wet leaves and turns them into mirrors of gold and green. The forest continues its rhythm. Birds return to the canopy. Wind moves again through branches. Life resumes its cycle as if nothing happened. But something is missing. Something the forest does not announce. Something only the silence remembers. The owl remains on its branch, still, watching, listening. But the sound it was following, the presence it had been tracking, is gone. Not defeated, not captured, just no longer there. And so it stays, because that is what the forest demands. To witness, to remember, to listen, even when nothing calls back. Sometimes in nature, nothing dramatic happens in a single moment. No thunder of victory, no scream of defeat. Just quiet disappearance, and a world that continues as if it never noticed. And if you listen carefully, long after the rain has stopped, you may still wonder how many lives pass through the forest every day without ever being heard at all.